Welcome to a Friday night. It is very cold here in Calgary, Alberta. We had some pretty extremely cold weather in the minus 40 wind chill range. Yes, so going to the dentist is like getting a pre-freeze before the real freeze. Now, I have some stuff from Adafruit. I wanted some cables and stuff for some stuff I had bought previously that I forgot to get the cables for, and some other little toys. I think I'm going to jack the thing back from the desktop a bit. So, whoops. Go like that, and no, not that one, William. Let's take this one. There we go. So, a little zoom out on I wonder. There we go. Now it's all in width and camera view. So let us dig into the stuff and see what we got. And I will also be at the same time cataloging it. So the catalog. So what have we got in our bag of stuff? Bubble wrap. Okay, what do we have here? The Esp32 C3 Dev Kit. Yes, I've been messing a lot around with ESPs. And I've been having an issue with the S3s. They're so new, and I think I have the wrong build environment for it. I think this is what I figured out. So we have that one. We have that one. How many did I get? Those are 1 ends. One N 8R8. And one more little one. So if we look at these things, this is what they look like. This is the really small version. And these are S3s. A little different than the ones I already have, but hard to tell apart. So this particular one is an R8 instead of R2 or no R's. And you have the writing right there on this chip. And then this one is just the no R's, but these are the N models. Don't ask me what the difference between N and non-N. Hey, do we have tape on here? No. Here we go. Oh, right. This one's the mini. The chip on here is smaller than the other ones. But still, they're very nicely built boards. All right. Here, let me jack up the brightness a little bit. There we go. So, ta-da. So there's a build environment for these called ESP-IDF. I think that's what it's called. Let's see, where's my desktop? Here, let me smooth the picture out of the way for just a sec. So if you look at home, yeah, ESP. So this is, you end up downloading this ESP directory, ESP-IDF, and this is complete, like the whole their build environment. And I was trying to get it working with Platform IO, but I hit a stumbling block. I simply could not. I could compile the code and everything, no problem. I just could not seem to get it onto the device. So still more work is needed, and I must have spent a few days on this now to get it working. So let us add this to our database here. So the first set we'll do is 5336, and we need an Adafruit icon. Here we are. 5336. This one. We'll grab that. And we'll go back to our spreadsheet and we will enter it. 5336. We have 2 of them. It's not a kit. It is assembled. And I don't think it has Stemma QT on it. It does have I2C. So these are those. And then we'll do these ones. 5337. Oh. 7. These ones have a RISC core. Different. I have to do some reading about this one. And Control V. 5337. 2. No. Yes. And no. Actually. So those are those. And last but least, we have 5311. This one. Lots of storage in this one. And I'm wondering too, because I think some of my units are, they come up as chip ID as beta 3. And I think that might also be causing a problem in the system. The system's not, might not be, the code compiler might not be supporting a beta 3 upload. So I'll have to check on that. Control, whoops, not that key. Control V. 5311. Yep. 2 N Y N. So these guys here, I always buy 2, as everyone knows. So what else have we got in here? Well, we got these 2 things in a red bag. Adafruit ESP32 TFT Feather. This is new. Well, let's see if I can get the bag open. Could be children proof. This is definitely a kit. Some assembly required. There we go. There we go. Double-sided. Everything's really on the back side, and then the TFT. And do I have that? Yes, I have that connector. Then our reset and boot, and all our pins, and a little TFT screen. So we'll be assembling some of these things. So this is technically a micro. It kind of falls into 2 categories, right? The on my spreadsheet, the microcontroller and the LCD TFT whatever OLED screen category. So this is product number 5300. And that one right there. Control C. And Control V. Control. Well, that's really good. What the heck is that? Why is it centered like that? Oops. Ah, William, idiot. There we go. Try that. And this was 5300. It is 2. It is a kit. It is not assembled, and it does have stemma. So we'll just toss it over there. Remember I said about cables? Yeah, cables. So we have some different ones here that I was interested in. So these are the JST 3PH male pin cables. So you can stick them into, did I get 3? Maybe I meant to get 4. No. Are these the ones that fit the house? This is the problem. I had the house and I tried to build the cable for it and things didn't go well. Just a sec. Let's see if we can find that house. There it is. Oops. My microphone cable always needs to be propped up like that. So here's the house, and this is what I was trying to build last time. So the idea is I picked up a bunch of these, male and female, like so that I could go like so. There we go. Just because these, and this is not the only one I've got of this, but that's have the same issue where I really crimping this white JST connector. What a pain. There should be 10 of them in here, I think. Yeah. So 10 of these. These are the males. And 10 of these. These are the females. And then these guys here. Let me put the house back away again. And instead bring out this. So this here, I showed off last time. This is a breakout board for the Pico. Really nice one, actually. I don't have all the parts for it yet, though, in the sense that... And where is my focus? There we go. So these guys here are Grove connectors. They're bigger than the JST connectors. So I found out that on Adafruit site, they actually had Grove to smaller connector. So if we take one of these out, so if I wanted to put a sensor on here, I could do this now. Ta-da! And then the sensor would go onto here. So, for example, if this little feather were to be a sensor, it would go onto here. And little pinnies to the top, I believe it is. There, like so. And you can do 6 of these off these things. Well, if Lady Ada can go and put a floppy control system right on a Pico and use like a bunch of the pins up to do it, hey, we should put something little on it. But yeah, so I got a bunch of these. If you're asking the question how much, $1 something, I think, for one of these cables. Is that US dollar? Something like that. But anyway, I needed some of those. So, and of course there's a little pin-out breakout board for the Pico. I already have a bigger one. That's easier to read than this one, but these are really cool. And I also have the motor control one with the built-in RP2040 in it. I'm just going to put this over here. So this is our freebie. Oh, and they talked about this. Oh, this was I thought was kind of cool. Not these, but I got a few because they look to be very handy. So these little guys here are as you can guess, USB-A to USB-C. So you can do this sort of trick with them. You stick this into here, and that goes into the computer, or into a hub, or you get the picture, what you want to do with it. But it supports high speed, the whole 9 yards, which is really cool. I always could, just like this guy from them, which is a little SD card reader on USB-C. This works like a charm. And of course, these days, more and more stuff are USB 3As or USB-Cs. So that's cool. These, another Breakout board, but this time it's a Breakout board for a particular type, and I don't have the device yet, but it's compatible with Qt Pies. So check this out. We have these, you know, and I just realized I should have gone to the cabling thing and seen they had 4-pin groves. These are 4-pin ones, they're not 3-pin ones. And this thing, and so you put the little Qt Pie on here, or you put the Arduino seed on here. And I got some of those coming from AliExpress, but they're just not here yet. In fact, mail's been a bit on the slow side, and that's probably because of shipping delays in Vancouver and stuff like that. So yeah, this particular box, I mean, I get all my stuff from New York in DHL shipping, right? It's the only option, actually. But the funny thing was, the tracking record for all this stuff started out 2 months and 6 days ago in Israel, of all places. And then it spent every day at 8:05 another update from Israel. Another one update from Israel. It's really funny as hell. And then it goes and says, oh, it left New York, traveled a bit, went to Cincinnati hub, that's where DHL's hub is. And then another couple of entries for Israel. Then on its way to Alberta, says. Then it goes to Israel again. Then it finally arrives in Alberta and gets delivered. And of course, they said the delivery was supposed to be on Monday. Nope. DHL showed up right at the end of the day and said, here you go. Have fun. Now we're going to put this in our catalog, this particular one. So, and I'm putting it under, I think miscellaneous stuff is where I put the other stuff in. Why do I have a line there without anything in there? So this is, now we have to find this guy. Do they have a part number on it? No, they don't. Let's see if we can find it in the list. Seed. There we go. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, that right there. And we'll go back to the spreadsheet and we'll add it in. Control V. And we'll just check, does it have a part number? Yeah. 5033. That's incorrect, of course. That's the second time I've actually spotted that they actually have the incorrect part number on it. Because 5033. Did I buy these already? Damn. I'm sure I didn't do it. Okay, well, now I have 4 of them. Okay. And I was going to promise myself to read the spreadsheet and obey the rules on it, but I guess I didn't do that. So what do we have here? Adafruit 2.9 RBW e-ink. They were out of stock of this particular one. If you've never played with e-ink sprays, that's like the mag tag and stuff. So here we go. 3 colors, tri-cutter. And you can put this on it. Like that. Not the white piece, of course, but the feather itself. So you put the feather itself on here like that. So, well, we know that one goes under the category of LCD panel. So, LCD and 4778. That one right there. Control V. And I think I only had one of those. Don't think I had a second one. Nope. Just the one. So we just had, I think they were in short supply. So, and they weren't cheap. So I decided to only get one of them. Kind of broke my cardinal rule, but 4778. One. No, it's not a kit. Yes, it's assembled. And if, did it have a thing on there? Nope, no I2C port on it. It's purely a thing that hold data and display things. Okay, so we'll say no to that one. And we'll go back to the top here, and that's that. Microcontrollers, Adafruit, Big Elm Blue Fruit. This is number 6. Okay, so in here, some more cables. Okay, so these are the same idea as these plug into your stemma ports, but this time they give you these style of connectors. So I got some. Again, these are only like $1 or something or whatever. It's like not really big deal. And then these are Grove to. I do have some 4. I did. Well, it was smart. So here we have 4-pin Grove to that. So I got that one more covered here. There's 10 of these in here. So. Okay. And last but least in the box, so here's another one of those. And let's see. High performance bubble wrap. And our thing. So all the stuff we got. And I think the free one they gave me is a VCNL 4040 proximity and lux sensor. But I'm pretty sure I already have one of those. I think I'm at the point where I actually have every sensor they ever have. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what do we got here? Adafruit. There's that thing. So let's put the sensor into the database. Sensors. And this was 4161. Yeah, 4161. I do have it, so it's 3. Then what we have here, the CP. Oh, okay, so this guy here is the serial thingy dingy board that they were talking about. The CP2102N friend. Something new that they created that everyone wanted was a breakout board of serial programming or whatever. And then these guys here, these two here, are MCP 23017 breakout boards. And of course I just threw in, they threw in actually, I got another feather, RP2040 feather, a regular one. So on microcontrollers, let's add 4884. Yeah. So we have 10 feathers now. Yeah, they were giving away pink feathers for a while, then they ran out. So, and then this guy here, I suspect this breakout board would go into sensor other, maybe? Yes. So this one is 5346. I'm just going to make sure I don't have that already in the list. 5346. This is what I'm looking at. I don't see a 5346. So we'll go over here. 5346. Control C. And go to the spreadsheet. Control V. And I said 5346. It's 2. It's yes, it's a kit. No, it's not assembled. And yes, it has stemma on it. So that's that. And this one, another breakout board. So 5335. USB to serial converter, basically. Control C. Control V. And we said 5335, 5335. There's 2 of them. And yes, it's a kit. And no, it's not assembled. And I don't believe there's a stemma port on there. No, this is pure serial stuff. Okay, so no. And 4161. I was checking for that. No, I don't see a 4161. So they actually did get me a new one that I don't have. Nope, 4161. There it is, 3. So they did give me another one, 4. Okay. And that is done for that. So that box can go over there. Has to be cut down. I'm hoping it gets warm enough outside that I can actually go to the trash can and just throw some stuff in the recycle bin. But so black feather versus a you know, I noticed something on some of their boards. They're not putting enough solder in the USB support side of this thing. Right here, these guys right there. These 4. Here, let me do a little now zoom in. Zoom, 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 zoom. And a little focusing. Can I actually get in a little more? Feels like my camera's crooked. There we go. So, see these guys right here? Those 4? There's like not enough solder in them. You can see the little bit of solder on the other side, but not enough on this side. I highly recommend, if you encounter this in these boards, whatever, just take your soldering pencil and flow some solder into these holes. Otherwise, you can lift this USB-C thing right off. Let's just check another feather here. This says check the quality of the pink feather. Yeah, this one's like that too. I had that problem with the macro pad. There were just not enough solder on it, and actually I pulled. It's on here because I was playing around with it. So, so we'll have to do some feather assembly. I'll just leave this out and put this in the tray here. I'll work on it in a bit. So, as I said, I was doing ESP programming. So this is a Chinese one. It is a ESP32 room. Well, they call it ESP-room-32. It's not an S2. It's a original. So it's fairly easy to work with. but I was trying to mess with the other ones over there, and they weren't working. So, where's my... I just moved my face over there, so I see. So I was just messing with it, just trying to... This is a simple code to scan the Wi-Fi. So if you do this sort of trick with it, like so, and yes, it's on the desk. You can see it in the corner picture downstairs, right there. And this is platform IO. So I have the room 32 down here, and all I have to do is just say compile, for example. No problem. And by the way, it does compile a lot of code. Watch this. Clean it all up so that there's no pre-built stuff, and then do a compile. 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 There we go. And then you go and push it to the unit. Now, one thing about pushing it to the unit, it might do that where it's trying to connect. So you actually have to press the boot button. Wow. Or is it the other button? I think it was a reset button, actually. It's okay. Let's do it again. Now the only thing is it might not be on serial port TTY ACMO. Okay, just a sec. We can fix that. We just go to here and do a D message and find out what we are actually on. Okay. We disconnect it, reconnect it, TTY USB 0. That is why it's not working. So here, I don't know why it's picking Acme. So you can go like this, upload underscore port equals dev TTY USB 0, like so. And let's try uploading again. We compile again. If you hold the boot button down, it does this. Now, if you want really fast speed to upload to these things, change the upload speed here to its max, and then it'll upload a lot faster. But there you go. And if you connect with the terminal down here, platform 0 terminal, right? And we are doing number 3. Whoops. 3. There you go. Wi-Fi zones in my area. It's like a Wi-Fi detector. Look at all that TELUS networks out there. TELUS. Villa Sun the 17th? SP setup 10. Don't know what that one is. Shaw Hitron. That's not my Shaw, by the way. I have my Wi-Fi off, so it's not on in my modem. My modem's in bridge mode. It's not in router mode. So that's someone else's Shaw. I am the Enigma zone. So, but that's this one. And then I was compiling for the even older one, the 8266, and that's fairly straightforward. But when I came to doing one of the big ones, so Esp32 Dev Kit C1N 8R8, for example. Actually, not even that one. Let's find one that's 8R2, for example. So we stop our little serial port here by just clicking on it again, and it will say terminate task. Doink. Just like that. And if we say file, close workspace, close folder, basically. This is slightly different than doing the CircuitPython. In CircuitPython, it's a workspace file. So in here, it's just a folder with all Platform IO's way of laying things out. So you go to here and you say open project. I've hot listed my projects. I find Esp32. Here's that one. I open it. So there's the I was trying to do the blink program. Right? Ignore this brown. Apparently this environment variable doesn't get set until you actually try to make code or do anything like that. So it's kind of bogus. So terminal, and you say, I'll do a trash can on this so that that's like doing a make clean. Oh, and you silly thing, give me the terminal back. There we go. And we do a compile. Off to the races it goes, even more so than the other one, as you can see. Still compiling. The amazing amount of crap it goes through just to generate a few bits of code here. So we've built the code. It's got it and everything. And the funky thing about this is there's 2 ports on these things. So there's this one and there's this one. This is a UART and this is a USB. So this is a UART through a USB connector, and this is actual USB. Now, if I plug it into the USB port, like so, and yes, the Blink program is by default in the thing. And if I go to the console here, and we do a D message, ACM device, blah, 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 right? Okay. So it thinks it's on there. And we come back over here and we try to do a push to it. I think I haven't changed this. Yeah, I was messing around in here a little bit. So let's do a push to it. So it finds the serial port here downstairs. Again, it's not finding it properly. You know, it's that gremlin thing when you want to demo something, you can't demo it, right? Just a sec, let's go back here and to here and D message, oh sure. Oh, ATCM1. Okay, so we do have to do an override. So we go in here and we make this a 1, Control S. And we go to here and we push again. There we go. And off to the races it goes, compiling again. Okay, so see, it's trying to connect. Whoops, wrong button. I meant to press the top one. Sorry, let me do it again. So normally on these ESP guys, when you're doing this part here where it's trying to get on, you hold the boot button down until it connects. Except in this case, it's not connecting. I can keep my finger on the boot button all I want and nothing happens. According to their docs, I'm supposed to be able to program. So you get this error, says you can't do it. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Terminate task. So let's say I unplug it from that and I put it on the UART port instead, which they say also can be used for the programming purposes. And then when we go back to the dmessage, it's actually this. A CP21OX converter detected. Now attached to T2I USB 0. So then we have to go into here, and normally it's auto detected, so we'll just take that line off. It's probably because I broke it when I was I interrupted its cycle. There you go. So no, you're not supposed to. Okay, so I do have to override this. Okay, it's going to complain. It's supposed to auto detect what port it's on. T2I USB 0 Control S. Okay, let's build again. This is where CircuitPython's a lot more funner because you don't go through these cycles like this. Okay, we click, and then we push. Yeah, so what it's complaining about here, see, this is where I'm kind of worried. It's ESP32 Beta 3. The chip ID is coming out, and it's not saying it's saying ESP, so it thinks it's the wrong chip. I have not found yet where I can pass an override argument to the build. I was pretty sure I could do it in Platform.io, but I don't know exactly how to set that yet. So I mean, it basically passes this whole. It needs to put this whole bin here into the unit, but it uses ESP tool here to do it. You just don't see it. If you go here to this and you do advanced, I think it is verbose upload, so you can actually watch what's going on there. So there's the actual command line it's executing right here. This whole thing right there. Okay. And if we go paste, and then we go up here, home. Now I never tried this yet, so if we go beta 3, I think it's something like this. Let's try that. Whoops. Why are we getting the completion symbol? Parameter. Oh, it could be the brackets I just put in. Let's try this. Yeah. So if we go scrolling back up, do I have one in the other one? I need the error message actually. Yeah, there it is. So it's expecting this. And if we go up arrow key, we go home. Let's try this. Like so. Single quote maybe? Nope. Well, there's one other way of doing these ones. This is a Linux thing. Let's see. Nope. Oh, sorry. I think I see what the problem is. It's not this one. Though that could have been it. It's this right here. They're encompassing the whole thing in quotes. My path. Where am I? So platform project Usbc blah blah test Usbc. I should have that in there. So there's a directory called PIO. There's a directory called build, and there's a directory called ESP and 3 dev, and then there's should be a firmware in here. EF. Yeah, firmware.bin. So why do you think there no such file or directory? There's not another quote somewhere in here, is there? Just scroll up to the debug one. No. Yeah, thank you. And sorry, that one I didn't want. Can we go back to here and say verbose upload, please? So they're doing in an environment here. Okay. Well, if that's the case, let us grab we stopped getting in my way. Can I even do that? Well, let's find out. Copy. And paste. And home. And we know that it's going to be ESP32 ESP32-S3 bracket and beta 3. Oops, not S hash, William 3. Oh, that's what the chip's going to be called right there. Beta 2, Beta 3. Okay, so I don't need home. Getting closer. Getting closer. So we go like this. And this. Like so. That's different. Fatal error occurred. Invalid head of packet. Well, I am one step forward here. Now, if I could only write that board chip ID into somewhere. So it's more debugging for that. So, but you get the idea when after. I wonder if I put this on the other one this time. We changed it to probably ACMA 1 D message. Yep, 1. And we say ACM 1, Control S. And did we actually have the USB port? Yeah, we did in here. We'll change that. ACM1, like so. Oh, so it's going to do bootloader bin this time out of there. We don't have a bootloader bin. Okay, we might have to build again. Yep, okay. So you're going through the UART, it becomes firmware. And if you're going through the other one, it becomes bootloader. Okay. Go figure. Okay, so up arrow key. Nope, see, still off the other port, doesn't want to work. Although it's saying firmware.bin in here. And you end up doing this and going over to a browser here and dumping it into the search engine here. Oh yes, great Google, very, very dumb of you. Let us try quotes around ESP32 C3 blah blah blah. Now that just says can't see it. And we're at what, 1B? Yeah, 1B is actually the message here. Let's try this one. So he's done everything I did and got the 1B. Okay, let's try that. It says press and hold the boot button first, then press and hold the reset or enable button second. Wait a couple of seconds. Now release the reset button first and the pro. Okay. So we do this. We do this. No, that doesn't do it. But you can do boot, reset, boot. And that should put it in a programming mode. Let me just unplug this again. Plug it back in. So if you say boot, reset, let go of reset, let go of boot, change that a bit. Okay, see, we're in a different mode. Let's see if we can right now. Different packet. Yeah, so that's where I'm stuck at on these things at the moment. They're so bleeding new. There actually is no Arduino. There's no Arduino support yet for these things. So I'll just have to wait for these guys a little bit. I might tackle a little more tomorrow on it. But the older ones, these guys, no problem. No problem at all. And any of the other ESP stuff I have, it's no problem. So, like the ESP-S2 Feather here, it works perfectly. There we go. So, and what time is it? So, that was what I got in the mail today. Now that I got some cables, I can mess around with the Pico Breakout. And I will do some soldering probably tomorrow for those other boards here that need assembly. These pink guys, for example, they all need assembly. Whoa, that's a really flood of the old light here. No, the other way, William. That way. So all these guys, we'll work on that. And we'll see. So that is it for this moment. I might be back online tomorrow, maybe doing some soldering. I still have this clock to put together. I haven't put it together yet. Also, I have some parts from AliExpress. It's just not here yet. I was hoping for the MCP23 S17 chip to arrive so I can try it out in the Apple board, because some forum guys were saying that the one that was listed in the parts is the wrong one on the for the Apple One board. But I don't know yet until I actually get one of those chips. So I will move the cursor right up here, and I will let you go, and I will hit this big fat red button. Yes, if you don't know what I mean by the big fat red button. I hit this button and all recording stops. The world ends.